Greetings comrades and welcome to the new video. Scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs are a thing that any person on earth would know in some way.
Ай сега бъркани яйца ще им покажеш. Как да дишат, няма ли да им покажеш?
There are a ton of ways to prepare them, creamy, not creamy, low heat, high heat, changing the heat and stuff like that. Today I'll show you the way I prepare them and how my babushka used to prepare them with a lot of butter, of course. But I will make slight adjustments to it, slight upgrades, because I like to improvise basically and to do new things. We'll prepare a very nice bread to serve the eggs on. We'll add some chorizo topping or salami topping or lukanka topping or whatever you have available. You can even add some bacon topping on top and it would become like the perfect thing to eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. You can eat them all day long because they are awesome. I won't pretend this is some fancy new way to prepare scrambled eggs because these are scrambled eggs and this is just my way. So let's go and see how I prepare them. And we will be starting with the bread, of course.
Голям специалист стана, бе, хляб ще ми меси.
We'll start by preparing the bread. Here I have some whole bread mixture which had everything in it. It had the yeast, it had sourdough starter, it had some nice seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, basically everything you need. It was quite easy to prepare, so this time I just kept it simple and prepared it as in the instructions say. Just put everything into a bowl. You see there are seeds in it. There's like a ton of nice things in it and I just prepared it like it says in the description. Mix everything with around 300 milliliters of cold water, form something like a dough. It should be sticky dough. Leave it to rest for some time on 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, covered with aluminum, covered with some foil, and after that we will go to bake it. Here we are 30 minutes into the future. See, it started leavening, maybe from the yeast or from the starter in it, I'm not sure. I oil a little bit my bread pan with that brush and with some olive oil. I will smash this piece of paper and would put it in the pan so my bread won't stick to the bottom of it. I use the scissors to remove the excess paper so it won't burn in the oven. And our bread mixture goes into the pan. I make sure to spread it evenly everywhere. My pan was quite bigger than I anticipated, but it would do the job. We leave it to rest again for 25 to 30 minutes and after that it should look like something like that. I sprinkle some water on top because the instructions said so. Maybe it would become better that way, I'm not sure. Make some incisions with a knife and put it in your oven on 230 degrees Celsius for around 30 to 35 minutes. If you have a fan, just lower the amount of the degrees with 20, so would be 210 degrees Celsius. And after that we're rewarded with perfectly nice and crispy multi-grain bread. We put it on a cooling rack for some time, remove the paper of course. It has the perfect crust if you ask me, and it was quite tasty to be honest, but we'll see that a little bit later. Sprinkle some water on top of it and just cover it for some time. Let's see how it looks on the inside. Just cut a slice of it and yeah, it should look something like that. Not great, not terrible, but the taste was quite awesome. On the next day I decided to do something with that bread. I have 3 eggs here, which I will just beat with some salt and with some pepper. We will make scrambled eggs as you already know. Just make sure to incorporate all the egg white with the yolk. Put a pan on the stove. I use my induction stove this time. I prefer it for scrambled eggs because I can control the temperature. Add some butter.
А така, повече масалце да има, хубаво.
And add the eggs on top and start mixing basically with the spatula. What I try to do is when I see some curds forming, I just remove them from the pan and pull into the middle of the pan. In that way I found out that it's very easy to make creamy scrambled eggs. This process continues for around 2 to 3 minutes and we're rewarded with the perfect scrambled eggs. Yeah, it's that easy, trust me. Once the eggs are ready, we just transfer them into a plate where they will wait for the bread. I would want some garnish for my bread and for my eggs, so I just have some cubed chorizo here, which I will roast in the pan for a while.
Айде пак с това чоризо отгоре. Сложи един салам отгоре, бе.
And I would butter 3 pieces of bread and put them with the butter side down into the pan so they can toast for some time. The chorizo doesn't need a lot of time, so I remove it from the pan and I would just turn the pieces of bread to roast on the other side. I would just use the fat from the chorizo for the other side of the bread, and yeah, it should look something like that, perfectly crispy with some brownish color. I get my 3 slices of bread. I have the eggs on top. Basically, I have 1 egg per bread slice. I put some cream cheese on top of the eggs, which in my opinion is a perfect addition. I sprinkle some of the chorizo on top. You can use any type of salami, of course. I add some tomatoes, the small variety of tomatoes.
Какви са тези малки доматчета, бе? Нямаш някой по-голям.
And we are done with a perfect brunch or breakfast or whatever you want. You can eat it whenever you want, and that's basically it. Slav difficulty level would be if you prepare your bread, it would be 3 out of 5. If you don't prepare your own bread, just the eggs. These are scrambled eggs, 1 out of 5. I don't have anything to add there. Now let's do something like a taste test. Okay, comrades, we've put these scrambled eggs on the next level. The eggs are perfectly creamy, they go perfectly with the multigrain bread, which we buttered and toasted. Also, the chorizo on top is a perfect addition, which additionally boosts the flavor. You can do whatever salami you want, it will do the job. Maybe you can add some grated cheese on top if you want to be extra fancy. And that's it, a perfect breakfast or lunch or brunch or whatever you want to call it. Now let's taste this beauty. If I should describe it, this is perfection in one bite. And if you want to be extra perfect, just add a tomato. I hope you enjoyed this video, comrades, and Slav you next time.